Morning, YouTube. How we doing? Tuesday commute. Just burned myself a little bit, but that's all right. Can't get the belt to set right, so it looks good in the video, so you'll just have to deal with that. Sorry. So I did a video yesterday on Codger. You know, I'm becoming a Codger. How I'm changing as I get older. For the better, I like to think. So, this is part 2. And I'm probably going to do a part 3 because I wrote down some thoughts, but I don't want to do a 30-minute video. So, things that make me believe I'm becoming a Codger, part 2. First of all, I want to shout out to SMR. He had a great take on the Codger radio and saying that he has learned to like to be at home more and spend time with his wife, stay at home. And he brought up COVID as the reason. I didn't even think about that. So, I mean, COVID's probably changed us all more than we know. That was a great shout out. But anyhow, let's talk about a few things that I'm learning, and I'm still working hard on this, especially this first one. I'm getting better as I get older. That's why it's in this video. Things don't have to be perfect. They just have to be good enough. I've struggled with perfectionism my whole life. If things weren't perfect or they were out of place, probably had borderline OCD. I know as a kid I did. Not as bad as an adult, but still there. But used to worry about everything. Had to be perfect, perfect, perfect. If it wasn't perfect, it was no good. So, you know, that's something I'm still working on. Especially in my professional life. Is I get that perfectionism bug, if you will, to come back. But things don't have to be perfect, just good enough, right? And that is something I'm learning as I get older. And I'm going to perfect that. Taking my own advice. You know, one thing, when I was younger, going all the way back to a kid and growing up into my 20s and 30s and probably even into my early 40s, is I cared entirely too much about what others thought of me. And some of that may have come from my upbringing. You know, you want to present yourself in a way to where others view you in a positive light. But I think I took it a little too far in that I cared too much about what others thought. And that's a death trap, right? Getting much better on that. Especially professionally. Much, much better than that. So, as I'm getting older, that's one thing I've noticed is I'm not near as worried. You know, I will to Mrs. Buckeye's horror, I will leave the house in shirts and sweatshirts and shorts that are mismatched with Crocs and socks on and all kind of weird stuff looking. I know why these guys wear the knee-high socks in Florida now. They just don't give a damn. And I really, really envy that. Is I want to get to that point where I just don't give a damn. I'm getting there. But now I don't mean don't give a damn by not taking care of yourself. You know, you still got to try to eat somewhat healthy. You still got to take a shower and wash, you bathe, and you can't just, you know, let yourself go. Although I tried to let my goatee go, and that was vetoed by Mrs. Buckeye. She cut it, but it looks good. She did a great job. Thank you, babe. But, you know, worried about what others thought of me too much. I still think this is a fine line. I still think you have to care a little bit. I mean, you don't want junk cars sitting out on your front yard and walking around like Cousin Eddie, shitters full, you know, kind of deal. But, you know, if you want to wear socks with your Crocs, rock it out, man. Who cares what other people think? and I'm reading my notes, so bear with me. This is the big one, and this one I do a very much improved job. As I get older, I'm becoming less judgmental. Example, you know, in my younger years, seeing somebody on the side of the road asking for money, I'd always think the worst. Out there, just a druggie or a boozy, or probably parked around the corner in a Lexus and just making their money here. You know, I've learned that's not for me to judge. God does that. I'm not God, so I don't need to judge others, so I don't judge them. Try to pay it forward. If somebody needs a buck, I give them a buck. If they want to use it on crack, that's on them. I gave it with a good heart, so I know I'm right with the big man upstairs. So I'm much less judgmental. Because if you can help a person, help them. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what walk they're going through in life. Oddly enough, I'm trying to teach this to my leadership team at work. Don't be so judgmental of the other shift. They all want to pinpoint and point fingers, so I've got some solutions for that. I told them they need to come up with the plan, or I'll set the plan, and it's not good if I set it. It's what my old bosses used to teach me back in my Walmart days. I could do it if you want me to, but you're not going to like it. So I only had to hear that once, and I went almost 20 years figuring it out myself. Let the bosses stay up front. This one I kind of alluded to, and this will be my last point. Wrap this one up, and I'll save the others for maybe tomorrow. This one I kind of alluded to is yesterday on the Codger video, but the older I get, time moves way too fast. Quit calling me, man. Figure it. See, let's work. Figure it out, man. Come on. You don't need me to make a $30 decision. You're worried about, can I spend $270 or $300? It's $30. Make a damn decision. Okay, I digress. Whoop, maybe I was too judgmental there. Maybe I should walk in their shoes. Anyhow, you know, when we were younger, man, it seemed like, you know, days would last forever. School year forever. Sunday was the longest day. It felt like it'd take months to get through Sunday. You know, and maybe I chalk some of this up to social media, 24/7 news. We're living a 24/7 lifestyle. Nothing really stops, even when we're sleeping. You know, TVs used to go off the air at midnight. They'd play the national anthem, and boop, that was it. You know, stuff runs all night, all day, keeps running, so we're a 24-hour society now. So maybe that's why we're all artificially making the time move way too fast for us. But, you know, as I'm getting older, the time is moving way too fast. And I don't know, you know, I think part of being a codger is just calling a timeout and taking time to smell the roses. Putting the phone down, going for a walk. Put the phone down, read a book. Put the phone down, have a conversation with somebody. Those are things I'm going to try hard to do in the coming months. So, that's it. You know, again, this is part 2 of becoming a codger. And I don't want to say codger judgmentally or derogatively. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. There's a sort of freedom to being a codger. Anyhow, that's part 2. Feel free to do a VR, jump in on this thing. Leave a message below deck. There was some great conversation on the video yesterday. I'm sure this one will spur some conversation. Would love to hear your thoughts. That's what makes this community so awesome, is we all think a little bit different. pipes and cigars and tobacco pipe, or some pipe tobacco and all that brings us together. But, you know, we unite over the pipe, but we are very different people. Take care of yourselves, take care of other people, pay it forward. Take care of somebody, say something nice to somebody today. Go out of your way to say something nice to somebody today. I did already this morning, and I'm going to make it a point to do it at least 1 or 2 times a day, to go out of my way to really tell someone how much I appreciate them and how valued they are. So, anyhow, as always, wash your damn hands. We'll see you probably tomorrow with Codger 3. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.